It's crazy what happens when we're finally present with those right in front of us. When we move past our selfish ambition, our drive, our relentless forward motion to notice those around us, to let those around us make us wiser and better. I don't know about you, but I know for me that I've got a lot of drive. I want to accomplish so much. I want to leave a legacy just like Michael, but I'm also just like Michael. When I start chasing after what I want, it can come at the sacrifice of those around me. My selfishness can kick in and I can hurt others really quick in my own ambition. Having drive, that's not bad. It can actually be what God uses to make this world a better place, to impact the lives of those around us. But that desire, if it gets left unchecked, unreflected on, it can become distorted and twisted, and selfishness can come in, and it can actually ruin the lives around us. We can start to use those around us for our own ambition. We can care more about what they do for us than who they are. And I love that God knows this. And God loves us so much, He gives us a warning. He tells us in Mark chapter 8, verse 36, He says, "What do you benefit if you gain the whole world, but lose your own soul?" Guys, tunnel vision is real. Drive is real. And selfishness can slip in and mess things up real quick. If we're not careful, we can achieve what we're focused on, but actually miss what's most important. You can't selfishly give it all at work and still have something at home. You can't selfishly chase that dream at all costs and still feel connected to friends. When we realize what the real prize is in life, when we discover who we're actually racing for, well, that changes everything. Because who you're racing for changes how you race. It changes everything about how we live our lives. So my question for you, for us, is have you recognized what desires are driving you? Do you know what you're racing for? Why are you running so hard, pushing so hard, working so hard, caring so much about how you're seen or liked or how many followers you get, or if you get accepted into that program or that school? Why? Wanting something is not bad, but we have to know why. When you don't know why, or your why is a selfish why, that's when you start to treat others as a means to an end, a tool to use, an obstacle to get past. But when you go from being selfish to selfless, that changes everything. I mean, Michael went from racing for himself to starting to race for his team. Who you're racing for, striving for, working so hard for, that changes everything about how you race. So, are you racing selflessly or selfishly? Are you willing to realize that what's most important isn't the race, but those in the race with you? Here's what I love so much about this movie and what I desperately want each of us to get. Who you're racing for changes how you race. Who you're pushing for. Who are you making that family purchase for? Who are you really doing that sport for? When we finally change who we're racing for, when we go from racing from being selfish to being selfless, we actually find ourselves discovering freedom. Being able to celebrate others' victories instead of being intimidated by them. We find ourselves being able to enjoy this race called life versus feeling this unbearable weight to strive and achieve and to prove just a little bit more. You know what's crazy about this is that there's been hundreds of these races over the years, but there's only ever been one movie made about them. A movie that shows that when we race and sacrifice for something other than ourselves, other than the glitzy trophy, when we race selflessly, well, that actually causes the world to stop and notice. So, what choice will you make? Are you racing for yourself or for others? Because who you're racing for changes everything about how you race.